Undermined reveal. Let's see what's coming up. Are we in full 12,000 HP? Full 12,000 HP. Coming in hot, everybody. Let's see what's on offer. Let's see what's occurring. Let me turn off those as well. Okay. Hold on. Pause. Let me just start this again. Important question. Can I own this? That's my first question. Can I own that? Carry on. Some sort of arena thing going on there. Okay. I'm liking the base.
Hello and welcome to WoWcast. Today we're diving deeper underground
Bethany.
into the next content update for the War Within, Undermined. Joining me today are two developers from the team who helped bring this update to life. Please introduce yourselves.
Always chilling.
I'm David Hollings. I'm a game designer who focuses primarily on Battleground and arena maps.
Hi, I'm Mark Collada. I'm an assistant lead quest designer and the point for the Undermined update.
Thank you for joining us today.
That's going to be me one day, I'm telling you.
What made Undermine the perfect location for this major update?
Undermine is a location that we've seen throughout the lore of World of Warcraft for quite a while, both in
Undermined is the Goblin place, right? It's the Goblin hub. So I've been thinking, when I've been playing, nobody plays Goblin. I've got a one Goblin character, which is like level 73. I hardly play it at all. And there's never any Goblins. So it'd be interesting to see if this makes more people play Goblins.
Annuals back from 1999. I think it was just like a little location at the south of the map, to Cataclysm and seeing it in gossip text and other interactions with goblins. So for us,
oh hell, how cool does that look?
First 4 zones, but it certainly makes a lot of sense.
I swear I'll stop pausing in a minute. This is giving me Gotham vibes. This feels like what was the first Batman game that they put out relatively recent? Asylum. This is what it gives me.
To put it here. Another thing that we really wanted to do when we were looking at Undermine was goblins. Goblins, of course, are this zany, creative, chaotic race that we have in World of Warcraft.
Underrated,
really
very underrated.
Development in their culture and who they are, their stories. And so this is our way of making sure that, like, hey, players, we want to give you more stories that are based in cultures that we have not yet seen in the world.
That arena looks like it's going to have a lot in it.
Larger story as a whole within the World Soul Saga and especially the War Within. For us, at least, we get to do really cool stuff. We get
Disco lights are the best part, yeah.
Hotels, the Bilgewater, Blackwater, Steamweedle, and Venture Co. And each one of them and their leaders, as we've got to know throughout World of Warcraft. So we have Monty Gaslow for Bilgewater, Marin Noggenfogger for Steamweedle, Baron Revelgaz for Blackwater. Don't worry, if you've been killing goblins in Booty Bay, you'll be fine there.
My rep.
Yeah. And then Venture Co., not a cartel, but you'll see.
So basically, we're going to be picking factions to side with. I'm with it.
What we have in store for them.
No, don't worry.
Normally antagonists, but much like everything with goblins, they can shift their allegiances based on whatever it is that they choose to, and we will explain that more within the story.
I'm so excited to learn more about the goblins and their crazy antics. Speaking of the cartels, if we partner with
that's exactly how I was expecting to see it, because that's what in the Southern Isle you have that little thing that looks like this, and that's what I was imagining in my head. You're going to side with each thing in order to build rep. Makes sense. Guess what, everybody? Another rep grind. I've hardly done any of them because they terrify me and take tons of time. But off the rip, looks like, yeah, exactly that, Ben. Looking like we'll all be making goblins, and we'll probably be signed with the Steam Weedles.
Cartels, what do we get from that?
So the experience that you have with an Undermine will change based on the different cartels you ally with. So if you decide to go with Blackwater, Baron Revelgaz will be the one blabbing at you in World Quest in his very awesome, what is a pirate goblin sort of voice. And you'll go around and do different things for the Blackwater
That's cool.
cartel. And with that, you will also be able to unlock customizations for your car.
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Customization for your car. Hell yeah, hot rods.
Different transmogs, toys, sort of the general things that we would expect to come out of a friendship reputation that you're earning throughout the experience.
They look okay.
Speaking of cars, this new vehicle system Drive was mentioned in the Warcraft Direct recently. David, do you have more information on this?
I do, yeah. Drive, which stands
Need for Speed
dynamic
Undermined.
and revolutionary improvements to vehicular experiences, is going to be the new way that you get around Undermine. It's roughly 3 to 5
no
times
flying.
faster than a ground mount and a little faster than skywriting at full speed.
I think once people really get a feel for that speed, I guarantee people will really start to see just how fast this car is pretty quick.
How does progression work with
Okay, so importantly, he said car. Car singular. So it's just going to be mods for one car rather than loads of different cars. But kind of cool. It'd be nice to be driving around. And obviously there's going to be races. Obviously there's going to be pink slips. Obviously, you know, exactly like you said. Need for Speed Undermined. Now we're talking.
the vehicles?
Right.
Please
you
introduce
get your car
Goblin
from
Radio.
Tula, and she's going to send you on some shipping and handling activities
Yo.
to gain some currency and get some new parts for your ride. And you'll be able to customize your ride, whether you're getting new colors, make it faster, or even change how it drifts.
Oh, that looks
You'll be
cool.
able to make it your own. Throttle control is going to be extremely important when you're trying to control your car around those like really tight turns of the Undermine.
Also, we do have
Oh, no.
races that players can go and challenge themselves to 4 courses.
I haven't got mouse
We have
control.
The forward and the reverse course, and then we want to just see how you decide to make it your own with other players. If you want to do your montages as you're taking a drift in front of the hotel and put it to your favorite music, and please do, right? Like, we really want to see how people make this sort of like an experience they're getting into themselves.
All right, now
Okay.
let's switch gears
Okay.
and let's talk about delves.
Oh, delves.
Hey,
Okay,
don't make fun of
okay.
my pun, okay?
We haven't played delves in a
There will
while,
be
so let's
2
see.
new delves, Excavation Site 9 and Side Street Sluice, as well as new variants of Goblin-themed delves for the majority of the War Within delves.
That's
There
cool.
will also be a new Zekfir-style encounter as well, that's going to be hosting all new rewards.
Oh, cool.
no.
Do you have an example of one of the rewards?
There will be a new mount, the Gobtrotter mount, with new customization options, as
Whoa,
well,
whoa.
including a gold.
Can we just agree that Gobtrotter is a crazy name? WoW racing before GTA 6. Yeah. Yeah, well, hey. You gotta take it.
variant version for the challenge mode.
That's kind of
Oh,
cool,
similar
that
to
one.
like the Void one that's out right now if you beat Zekfir.
Exactly.
Can you tell us more about Side Street Sluice and Excavation Site 9?
So Side Street Sluice takes place in the sewers of Undermine, and you will get to see what Dark Fuse is trying to do. In the
If they don't put a
control
Teenage
their
Mutant Ninja Turtle Easter egg down there,
and
they've
the
missed a
other sort
trick.
of antics of goblins away from the public eye and their machinations within the sewers. And Excavation Site 9 takes place in a new section behind Opportunity Point at the south.
This looks
where
cool.
we're going in
This
the
looks like a cool delve, I think.
You're going to see sort of like void corruption overtaking Titan ruins to sort of show this eternal conflict we have seen through the history of World of Warcraft of Titans versus void. Within
That's
it,
cool.
of course,
Looks like a cool setting.
We'll go and see why it is called Excavation Site 9 with the goblin-themed antics that are down there. It is a super cool environmental storytelling sort of space.
So, is our trusty sidekick still Bran Bronzebeard?
Our trusty sidekick is still Bran Bronzebeard, yes.
Of course.
So we decided to go with Bran for the entirety of the War Within, as he is a character people have grown fond of early on in Season 1, with all of his...
I would have gone with the Goblin, though.
potential about webs and Nerubians popping out of them. And also, it gives us an opportunity to rethink what...
That has got to have been an unintentional meme potential.
a sort of expansion level companion will be, instead of season over season constantly changing and forcing people to relearn the mechanics, the abilities, sort of the kit that Bran has. Also, within Season 2 and at the launch of the Undermined update, Bran will be receiving a new tank specialization.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
if you're a healer, you no longer have
That's
to
cool.
feel that you need to
That's cool.
spec change into a role that isn't the one that you're connected to. He'll be a ranged tank, so he has a shield and a gun, and then a new set of abilities that he will
Ranged
receive
tank.
for that. Not only that, but we also have goblin curios that we're putting in there, goblin-themed curios. So a dwarf, such as Bran Bronzebeard, with sort of his person.
Do we think that they're going to increase the difficulty of the delves or slash the items that you get from the difficulty of delve that you do. Because I know to begin with, loads of people are doing the 8s, but there wasn't that much incentive to go 9, 10, 11, 12, So it'd be interesting if they added more incentive in this one to do the delves at higher. Because there was no benefit from doing a 10, for example. So, I mean, I doubt they will, but, you know, we'll travel hopefully.
Personality and how sort of larger than life he is. What is he going to do when he's interacting with rockets and bombs and malfunctioning devices throughout the delving experience?
Gonna throw pots at me, that's it.
Curio that you can receive from doing the challenge encounter.
Oh.
And it'll allow Bran to call down a mech that you then as
Ooh,
a player can
okay.
pilot.
Okay.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so it's going to just tie into sort of the Goblin fantasy of everything we have within Undermine.
Those little Christmas lights on, now we're
let's talk
talking.
about season 2, which
More
starts
crests would be
1 week
nice.
after the Undermine update. Let's go straight into
100%.
PvP.
Yeah, so there's going to be a new arena called the Cage of Carnage, and it's unlike any arena we've ever
I will
done
be
before.
avoiding that.
We took a look at the map pool, and we noticed that we were missing a couple smaller maps. So we decided to make this map a little bit more cutthroat.
That's
It's going to be
tiny.
dropped in through a trap door and separated only by a metal platform that'll have ramps on every corner. It's going to be quite a tight fit. It should make for some explosive
right.
gameplay.
Well, that's what PvP players can expect. What can PvE players expect in season
Now we're
2?
talking. Now we're
So there's
talking.
going to be a new dungeon called Operation Floodgate. It's going to be a 4-boss dungeon that's taking place in the Ringing Deeps. It's going to be at that big dam that you might have seen. And we are
Sick.
preventing Ventrico and Dark Fuse from knocking over that dam and flooding the region. So players can enter this dungeon immediately, but Mythic Plus will come out once the season begins. The new Mythic
looks
Plus
good.
dungeon rotation will include the new dungeon Operation Floodgate, as well as the 4 remaining War Within dungeons. But it will also
That one looked exactly the same as Stone Vault. Exactly the same. This bit here.
Operation Floodgate, as well as
Oh wait, hold on. I wasn't far enough back. Wait, hold on. Is that not just literally the exact same room as where you fight what's his face? The reader bloke. This literally looks exactly the same, right? Don't blink, you'll miss the PvP updates. Yeah, that's it, Morgan. And PvP, you will fight here. Okay, cool, cheers. On to the next. Fortunately for me, I don't play much PvP, but if you're a PvPer, you'd be like, sick, thank you, brilliant, excellent.
will include the new dungeon Operation Floodgate, as well as the 4 remaining War Within dungeons. But it will also include some older dungeons, the Mechagon Workshop, the Motherlode, and
see,
the Theater of Pain.
I'm looking forward to doing that stuff, because loads of stuff I haven't played. Theater of Pain sounds mental, so I'm looking forward to any old stuff that gets put back in.
Sorry about Theater of Pain. You're going to be farming my trinkets yet again. I know Soul Letting Ruby is one of the very popular ones that people want.
Pause it. Let's have a look. So we got draw out a piece of the target's soul, decreasing their movement speed by 30% until the soul reaches you. The soul instantly heals you for 334,000 and grants you up to 7,158 critical strike for 16 seconds. That sounds pretty good.
I'll be going after that.
And then, of course, with Mechagon, we do have our lovely cog wheel skill shot trinket that I'm really excited to see people use again, especially when they're
Cool,
fighting other motorcycles in
What?
Undermine and the raid itself.
Cool, a mecha cycle to crash into your target and explode. Yeah, sure. I get it. Yeah. Sure.
Now let's talk about the new raid, Liberation of Undermine.
Okay, so Liberation of Undermine. It is going to be an 8-boss raid.
This
It
looks
will
cool.
unlock a week
When I saw
after
some stuff about the raid,
Undermine
it does
update
look cool.
goes out. And then we have our story mode also unlocking a week after that. So we saw success with Nerebar Palace and Queen Ansarek. People going into the story mode.
Mainly jacked up about watching Race to World first, I'll be honest with you.
Cinematics. And for us, Galliwix's encounter is a really core part of the story that we are telling within the Undermined update. And so, of course, it was a no-brainer. We wanted to make sure that we gave you that story mode so you can go in there as well. In regards to this 8-boss raid, things in Undermine happens the Goblin way. And the raid
Oh yeah,
itself
we got them lines again.
very
Oh
much
yeah.
a way with which you can see what
Oh yeah.
crazy encounters our encounter designers cooked up and did
This
it in a
looks
way that's
mental.
very Goblin.
Visually, it looks awesome.
Notable
It looks awesome.
examples that I would call out is we have
I'd
the
repeat
Element of
myself as
Carnage.
well.
that is going to have a gorilla versus a mechanical tyrannosaurus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Each other, kind of a reference.
What, that
And we
Kong
have
film?
The big tank that does the massive J-turn flame shooting out
Robot Wars.
of it. And then we have our DJ boss, who compels you by the power of sound in order to...
Oh,
listen to
DJ boss.
bailiwicks and
We've
not
seen one of these
anyone
before,
else.
haven't we?
And lastly,
We've
of
seen,
course,
this is indeed the new raid.
Once people see that mech, and also what the mythic mount will be, I feel a lot of people.
Oh, this looks
to
cool.
see how they can get to cutting edge because
This looks good.
Wild.
I'm very excited about the Carnage fight because that T-Rex, the Mechasaur, that also has a chance to drop a mount, and as a collector,
Okay,
I want that
hell
mount
yeah,
so
that mount looks unreal.
Mount in the game, in my
That
opinion.
mount is really
Are there
cool.
any other rewards we can look out for?
Well, with a new raid comes new gear sets and set bonuses, and these set bonuses are going to be themed around the Magnificent Galagio. Whether you're a tank that wants
That looks good.
a little bit more luck of the draw, or a healer that needs a little bit added insurance,
That looks good.
the 2 set bonuses are going to be unique per role, but the 4 set bonuses
They
are
look
gonna be
good.
unique per specialization, and there should be some.
Those hammers look cool. Those weapons look cool. The cosmetics look cool.
Before we wrap up, what are you both most excited for with this update?
Oh, it's got to be drive for me. I mean, I cannot wait to start drifting around the Undermine between queues. It's going to be my new anti-AFK activity for sure.
Going in circles, just like
That
how we
makes
always
sense.
do.
Just whipping around,
This
whipping
time
around.
Saturdays.
So I'm excited for 2 things about the Undermine update.
Bard class confirmed.
I finally get to be able to talk about Undermine, which is awesome. 2.
This looks, it looks good. It looks good. We'll see.
One of the things that the team from StoryCorps all the way down that we have really been excited about is really showing a more relatable story about goblins. And I cannot wait
So
for people
relatable.
to see the passion
I'm such a
that has
goblin.
gone into everything about Undermine. I cannot wait for people to experience from our local stories to our main campaign. There is a lot of love and care and passion put into Undermine that really resonates throughout the whole experience, and it really was this moment of just everyone who is excited to work on goblins. We finally were able to be like, here it is. Let's do our best that we can in terms of creating this super compelling story.
Thank you guys so much.
Looks
for talking
good.
To me about Undermine,
You know, we'll see
and
what it actually
thank
plays
you for
like,
tuning into
but
Wildcast, and we'll see you next time in Undermine.
bye. I think it looks decent. Don't know about all the bits and pieces, all the fiddly bits. Who knows what it'll actually be like? Time will tell. Yeah, if there's a bard, you're rolling it immediately. Hey, 100%. If you want, you can see all the tier sets for every class and how they look. Where would I see those, Lovro? Morrigan, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out.